Hello, everybody. So, welcome to the first episode of Beat the Spread. So, what is Beat the Spread? So, it's a YouTube channel which is going to be about sports gambling, where I'm going to have a weekly segment where I make my picks. So, for example, with the football, I'm going to pick some games and I'm going to do my parlay pick, my lock of the week, and stuff like this. So, now let's get to the college football picks for week one. So for the 12 to 5 p.m. slot on the college football, we're going to start off with Clemson versus Georgia. Okay, this is a big showdown for a week one matchup, and a lot of people are going to be saying maybe Clemson. Clemson had a really bad year offensively last year, and obviously we know Georgia, who's a powerhouse team. This game is at Georgia, and Georgia is a 13.5-point favorite. So who would you pick? Obviously, this is college football. You're going to go with the home team because home field plays a big advantage. And this is week one. Yes, Georgia might have some rust. They got some new players. So does Clemson also have some new players. In my eyes, 13.5-point favorite at home. Take Georgia. Georgia is going to dominate this game. I would say they win by at least 20-plus points or more. Obviously, due to the fact that Clemson's offense was bad and Georgia's defense is just a powerhouse. They're a top three defense in the entire league. Next up is Penn State versus West Virginia. This game is at West Virginia, and West Virginia is a hard place to go onto the road and win, right? And West Virginia is an 8-point underdog at home. Like I said, home teams have a big advantage. You're going to see a lot of teams where the spread's their home point underdog, 7 to maybe 11, 12 points, and they will win. So if you're looking for some underdog games like that, this might be a game that you may even want to take money line. My pick is take West Virginia with the 8 points at home because they are going to cover this spread. I'm telling you this right now. Do not be surprised if even West Virginia wins this game outright. So if you want to make some money, maybe hedge your bet. Telling you West Virginia is definitely going to cover. And also, if you want to try to make a little extra money on top of that, maybe bet West Virginia to win this game outright. Next up is Tennessee versus Chattanooga. And this is a big spread. Tennessee is a heavy favorite at 38.5 points. Tennessee is at home. This is the one thing I hate about week one is a 38.5-point spread. Those big spreads, I like to stay away from them. But obviously, I got to put something out there. You know, I'm not going to put two colleges that people never heard of, right? So I'm going to put the colleges that everybody knows about. Still say Tennessee is going to win. They're going to win by 20-plus points. I do not think they're going to win by 38 points or more. So it's a 30.5, so 39 points. So I do not think that they're going to cover that spread. So I would pick Chattanooga, and this is my pick for this one. Next up is South Dakota State at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is a 9.5-point favorite, and obviously they are at home. And Oklahoma State last year finished 10-4, and they were 6-1 at home. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people are saying South Dakota State, and I'm telling you, Oklahoma State is going to win by at least 14 points. The final game for the 12 to 5 p.m. slot is Miami Hurricanes at the Florida Gators. This is a rival match. This is going to be a really, really tight game. Miami on the road, 2.5-point favorite. I mean, me personally, if you really want to bet this game, buy the point. Put it at 3.5 and bet Florida. Telling you, whoever wins this game is going to win this game by 3 points. And right now, Miami is ranked 19. Florida is unranked. And obviously, they finished 5-7, but they were 4-2 at home. Miami was 7-6, but 2-3 on the road last year. So this is why I'm saying this is going to be a tight game. Do not expect maybe explosiveness on the offensive end. I just think this is going to be a very, very, not like crazy low-scoring game, but your average football game. You're not going to get the 70-point college or 80-point crazy college football scores. Maybe you get somewhere in the 40s to 50s. So I'm telling you, pick Florida at home, buy the point, put it at 3.5. And now for the 7 p.m. slot. I'm going to start with Western Kentucky at Alabama. Alabama has a lot of young recruits that are 4-star, 5-star recruits. So a lot of people are thinking that Alabama is going to surprise you. Yes, they're going to be a good team, but they may even surprise you and actually make it to the national championship. My money on this game is going to be Alabama at home covering 27.5 points. I'm telling you this right now, pick Alabama. This is going to be an easy victory for them, and they are going to win by at least 35 points or more. And next up is Fresno State at Michigan, the national champions of Michigan, right? But now they got a new coach with all these allegations that were going on. Are they going to come out dominant? Is that defense going to be as dominant as they were last year? They are a 20.5 point favorite at home. Now you got a new coach. He's going to want to make a statement. He's going to want to show the world that I'm the coach and I also can have a dominant team. So this is what I'm saying. I think Michigan is going to cover. They're probably going to win between 21 to 28 points, right? But I'm telling you, I will put my money on Michigan on this game. And now, the last game of the slot is going to be Notre Dame at Texas A&M. Notre Dame is a 3-point underdog at Texas A&M. Now, this is going to be the hardest team that they face. Notre Dame's over on the wins is over or under 10.5. So if you want to bet them over, if you think you're going to win 11 or 12 games on a schedule that you play 12. Now, this is right now going to be the hardest team that I've seen on the schedule that they're going to play, maybe exception of USC. Now, we don't know how USC is going to be by the end of the season, but that's about it. All the other teams don't look like they're going to be ranked teams. So, obviously, Notre Dame looks like they're going to make it into the playoffs, obviously, because of their weak schedule. So, what am I going to pick? By the half a point, just in case you don't want to push, just in case they only lose by 3. Okay? So, pick Notre Dame at 3. If you want to buy the half point, buy the half point. So I'm telling you right now, this is what I would do, is buy the half point, have Notre Dame at plus 3.5.
Baby water! Baby water!
So now it's time for the parlay pick, right? So it's going to be a 3-team parlay, which I'm going to do every week, whether it's for the NFL, college. I'm not going to mix and match. Those are 2 different programs. So I'm going to have one for you for the NFL, one for the college, right? So my pick 3, who am I picking? Simple, right? I gave you all my picks of the teams that I like. I'm going to pick Georgia. Georgia is going to dominate that game easily, and that's one of my picks. And the next pick is going to be who? Oklahoma State, right? And the third pick, who do you think I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick Alabama. You all thought I was going to pick Notre Dame, didn't you? Even though I'm a Notre Dame fan, but like I always do, don't bet teams that you're a fan of. You're always going to think they're better than what they are. And also, don't bet teams you hate. Me being a Giant fan in the NFL, I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Eagles. And I try not to bet against them because, why? I don't like them. Now, it's time for what? The lock of the week. Now, the lock of the week is going to be one pick and one pick only. That I'm telling you, put your money on this team. No parlay, no getting the extra stuff with these 3-team parlays. So, basically, who am I picking? Is it going to be Georgia, Alabama, or Oklahoma State? So, which one would you pick? Please leave in the comments below. Let me know the team that you are picking for this lock of the week of these picks. I'm going to pick, rolling my dice. I say I don't like big spreads, but this time it's just so tough. I wanted to pick Georgia, right? But you know Clemson is a top 25 team, right? So you got to win by 14, right? These are all the things that I'm looking at everything. I want to pick Oklahoma State, right? They're home, 9.5 point favorite. I like it. I just think Alabama is so dominant. They're playing a very weak team. I just think Alabama's going to win by at least 35, maybe 40 plus points, right? So my lock of the week is going to be, I'm going to lock it in right now, Alabama. So please, this is my picks.